She embodied the very image of Scandinavian beauty, a Golden Globe-winning actress whose presence could light up any screen. Stevens captivated audiences with films like A Guide for the Married Man and dominated television in The Farmer's Daughter. On the surface, she seemed to have it all: fame, charm, and undeniable talent. But behind that luminous exterior, her life was shadowed by profound loneliness and crippling anxiety. What pressures were silently building, and what ultimately led to her shocking end? The answer sealed her place in Hollywood as one of its most tragic figures. Born Ingrid Stensland in 1934 in Sweden, her early years were anything but stable. Her parents divorced when she was young, and after moving with her father to America, financial struggles only added to her sense of displacement. By 13, she had already developed fierce independence, running away from home and taking on various jobs to survive. This formative turbulence left her emotionally fragile, and though she learned to present a confident front, the inner insecurity never left. That ability to mask pain propelled her into modeling and acting, yet the vulnerability she carried never quite faded from the spotlight. By the late 1950s, Stevens had emerged as a rising star, acclaimed for her dramatic abilities, including memorable performances on The Twilight Zone. Her skill was undeniable, yet her personal life was filled with turbulence and secrecy. Her brief early marriage to her agent, Anthony Soglio, ended swiftly, and she soon found herself entangled in complex relationships with older, influential men. Beneath her composed exterior, tension constantly simmered. In 1959, after a particularly intense relationship crisis, Stevens attempted to end her life, narrowly surviving the ordeal. The incident was quietly suppressed by Hollywood studios, terrified of revealing the vulnerabilities behind their prized actress. She pressed on, committing herself fully to The Farmer's Daughter from 1963 to 1966, but the pressures only intensified. She was trapped in the role of the upbeat, capable career woman while her private world spiraled, fueled by alcohol and prescription medications. The darkest moment came on the morning of April 30, 1970. Stevens was discovered unconscious in her Hollywood Hills home by a friend and assistant. She had overdosed on barbiturates and, despite being rushed to the hospital, passed away shortly after. The news stunned fans and colleagues alike. How could the dazzling actress, poised for a promising film resurgence, vanish so suddenly? Her death, officially ruled a probable suicide, revealed far more than a tragic end. It exposed the isolating effects of stardom and the emotional toll exacted by Hollywood on those who seemed untouchable. Friends later described a woman consumed by crushing loneliness and an unrelenting fear that she was never enough. The glamorous mask had finally slipped, unveiling the deeply wounded person behind it. Stevens left a legacy marked by extraordinary talent and heartbreaking sadness. Her passing stands as one of Hollywood's most sorrowful premature farewells. It sparked, however briefly, a conversation about the intense pressures female stars faced and the lack of support within the studio system. Though she was gone, her memory remains a haunting reminder that in the golden age of television, the brightest lights often burned the quickest. She was a star in desperate need of saving, yet the world only ever saw the flawless performance.